take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
The tackle made by
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now we give to Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Darius Leonard on the tackle. A gain of a yard.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
15. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10, Taylor now. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Eason. This goes to Mack on the check down. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A 5-yard gain.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10. From the gun is Eason. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 47-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, Colts.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Back, back. Check three.
Harris.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 9. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Eason. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to
Marcus Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Texans nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he returns this to the 22.
Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's just me. 24. It's just me and you. Check. Come now. 10.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And it's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 25 yards that time.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Colts' 44-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson again. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 39.
Eddie Moore brought him down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was brought down at the 20.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
3rd and 2.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Mike 53.
Here's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back out on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Eason. And incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll have a first down past the 40. This is Johnson. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Indianapolis.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, Eason. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return comes Cobb. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
47-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He was defended by...
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But hold everything. Did they rough the kicker here? Looked like they might have. Let's see. So how big might the special teams mistake be there? Running into the kicker, and that penalty leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Eason. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle, but back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans will be happy to see that guy all year long.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Ball carrier. He's across.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
I know he ain't got it. Watch the
To throw is Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screenplay.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's bring it. March 54. March 54.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
Less than a yard.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Mack, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Eason. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now Cobb to return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
By the Colts.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Hall on the tackle.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run once more with Taylor, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 23-yard.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. To throw again. Watson. He finds his man Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that one will be accepted.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And
some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Eason on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Eason. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give to Johnson going right. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end fails. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it with Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Johnson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Coyote Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. Give them more than what I get. The back, in fact. You know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay for wait. Jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say up, so what you gon' do?
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it.